putting my brother through hell. If that doesn't give me a right, I don't know what does.
What's going on here?
Your daughter is attacking me.
I am not attacking you. I'm just trying to get through to you.
Wait 1 second. Your son could hear the commotion all the way downstairs. I honestly don't think this is helping anything. Do you?
Don't worry. It'll never happen again. I've heard all I need to hear from you.
Can't believe how self-righteous she is being. No wonder Nicholas is losing his patience.
Sweetheart, your mother and I advised you against this.
Dad, don't start, please. What I said needed saying.
We will talk about this when you get better, right?
Mac, it's not that I don't want to be alone with you. It's just that sometimes it's not so easy.
Holding back, you mean?
Keeping the hormones in check. Look, you know, I don't really see a point in talking about this anymore.
I do. You've never had a problem being close with me before, but now suddenly tonight you do.
This isn't the first time I felt this way. It's the first time I've said it.
Sorry, I didn't realize. I had no idea.
Hey, Mac. I don't mean to make you feel bad. This is just one of those things where guys and girls are different. Being alone with you and kissing you, most of the time, that's all I want in the world.
Sometimes it isn't. It just makes you want more.
So anyway, that's how Diego here got hired. Well, actually, Nick and Sharon took pity on me. Well, Nick did anyway. Yeah, so what did you want to talk to the boss about anyway? Actually, I was gonna hit him up for a little advance.
What, are you strapped for cash?
Well, let's just say that I'm looking to get my own place.
Walls closing in on you at home?
Something like that. So do you think you'll float me a few?
Yeah, probably. If you ask nicely.
Okay, well, the next question is, what kind of place can I get?
I don't know. What kind of place do you need?
Something cheap, you know, month to month.
All right. No, nothing comes to mind right offhand, but... Excuse me.
Don't suppose you know of anything.
Yeah, well, you suppose wrong.
Really? Well, maybe you can help me out.
Maybe. Can you take a break?
Yeah. Hey, Cody. Is that cool if I'm gone for a while?
Yeah, man, I got you covered. Don't worry about it.
Thanks, man.
Cool. Cool, grab your stuff. Let's go check it out.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Let me be the one.
Believe me, this has nothing to do with Phyllis. Look, I don't like to see a child used as a pawn in anyone's game. If that's what's going on, I want to help protect your son.
All right. For the moment, let's assume you're being sincere. Still doesn't explain your change of heart.
Let's just say I didn't fully understand the extent of Nikki's interest when I tried to convince you that you had nothing to worry about with her concerning your son.
And now you know differently. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes, I dismissed what you said at first, but then I couldn't get it out of my mind.
And?
And I went to see Nikki to talk to her, to do a little fishing. And I came away convinced that she has more of an agenda than I realized.
You know what? You keep saying that, but if you don't give me details, then
You honestly think this woman is just going to open up to me and tell me everything she's up to? Given that she's kept things so close to the vest till now?
All right, even so, you're now convinced that she is up to something.
I realize I tried to talk you out of that, and I am sorry. I'm sorry.
You know, still I have to wonder, where does this leave you?
I want to do a little more fishing. I want to dig a little deeper, but that may take some time.
How much time?
A week, I guess. But
But what, you're not certain?
now you're sounding skeptical again.
You know what, after the way you've treated me, can you blame me? Why would you give me the time of day, let alone help me?
Actually, it was something you did.
Something I did?
Yeah. You put your son in my arms.
I don't trust Diane. And I know you can get into her twisted mind, so out with it.
Out with what?
With what this woman has up her sleeve.
Look, Phyllis, you wouldn't want me to break one of your confidences, would you?
Yes, but I want you to break hers. I'm telling you, you better tell me, or else.
No. I'll tell you this much. Jack was right. Diane's trip has absolutely nothing to do with him.
Okay. I'll take your word for it. You better not be lying to me. You better be telling me
thank
the
you
truth.
for your faith in my honesty.
Well, I would have faith in you if you weren't friends with someone like Diane.
Look, we've gone over this ad nauseum. Please, Phyllis.
You know, I'm trying to be fair-minded about this, but I have to tell you the truth. I have a problem being a friend of yours when you associate with someone of her caliber.
You serious?
Yes, I am very serious. Make your choice. Diane Jenkins or me.
Sorry we're late.
What got you?
I wanted to play a song on the jukebox.
Yeah, I didn't think a few extra minutes would matter.
It's a school night, Nick.
Yeah, I know. Cassie already finished her homework, right?
Daddy helped me with my math.
Noah asleep yet?
No, he's still awake if you want to say goodnight.
Yeah, I do.
I'm going up now.
Cassie, wait. Did something happen at the coffee house tonight after I left?
No?
You sure?
You don't believe me?
No, sweetie, I didn't say that. It's just your... Never mind. Go on up, get your PJs on. I'll be right there. Cassie, what is it?
You're only a few minutes late. But you're not gonna give Daddy a break, are you?
I'm glad I went up there when I did. Little man was struggling to stay awake.
Night, Daddy.
Good night. Love you. Glad I got to tuck him in. Why are you staring at me like that?
Because I want to know what you've been saying to our daughter.
What are you talking about? Look, whatever it is you're thinking, yes, Cassie has questions. I try to answer them as simply as possible. She's confused, but I'm not doing anything to add to that.
I'm gonna go tuck my daughter in.
There, am I fully forgiven?
I don't know. I don't like to be kept waiting, Jack.
Oh, dear, she's gonna make me grovel.
Yeah, I was thinking about it. Then after that kiss,
You might let me off easy?
yeah, I might. Till we get home, I get you in bed, make you beg for mercy.
Ouch.
I wasn't alone for long.
Oh?
Michael paid me a visit.
Baldwin. I'm sure you had plenty to talk about.
Yes, we did. We talked about the in vitro disaster. He was very supportive. It's no surprise he's always been supportive. Which makes it even more inexplicable how he can stomach someone like Diane Jenkins. Did you know they were friends?
Yeah.
Yeah, I used that connection to confirm what you said. As we speak, Diane Jenkins is on her way back to Milan. Thank God. What a relief. Ugh. I know you said she was a threat. I know you said that. Michael said the same thing. But Jack, we don't need this black widow hanging around us. Anyway, I know you know this. I think I'm preaching to the choir, right? Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, listen, you're gonna have to wait for me.
Oh, you gonna take a pass?
Yeah.
Okay.
Be back.
Josh, Jack Abbott. Listen, I need some legal advice. Can you see me first thing tomorrow? It has nothing to do with Chabot. It's a child custody issue. Yeah, you heard me right. Child custody.
So, crisis averted?
Yes, the proper shipment will arrive this afternoon.
Nice.
Hey, Sharon's in a good mood. Now might be a good time to ask for that advance.
Sharon?
Yeah,
Yeah, you got a minute?
sure.
Well, I realized that I just started working here, but I found this room that I really like to rent, and I'm kind of short on cash, so
So you'd like an advance on your paycheck?
do you think it'd be possible?
I don't see why not. I'll write you the check, and then Cody can even cash it for you out of the register.
Thank you.
No problem. I have to say, though, I'm surprised that you need rent money. I thought you were living at home.
I have been. It's just, you know, sometimes family gets to be a bit much.
Tell me about it.
Is your brother upstairs?
No, he's down at his place.
Is that a good sign?
I wish I could say it was.
Well, at least he can spend some time with the kids.
Yeah, he's really worried about what this is doing to them. I mean, he wants so badly to work things out with Sharon. He's even thinking of dropping his ultimatum.
Now, this is hoping that she'll take back the accusation that he's responsible for the death of her baby.
Yeah, he tried to talk to her last night, but she was in no mood, partly because of the argument that she and I had.
Well, I gotta be on my way. I think I want to stop by and say hello to your brother before I drive into town.
Okay. I think I'm gonna swing by the office later on.
Sweetheart, do no such thing.
No, I told you I'm feeling fine.
I don't want you to. You don't need to have a relapse now.
All right, yes, sir.
Be a good girl.
Okay.
Bye, my love.
Bye.
I must say, I'm at a loss for words.
Well, that makes two of us.
All right, now look. Listen to me. I know you're in a very difficult position. To be hit by something like this and then have a close friend keep it from you.
You know, it does make it a little hard to take.
Apart from what I've been able to gather, for heaven's sakes, all this information was simply dumped in Lauren's lap.
You're not saying what she did was right.
No, I'm not saying any such things, for heaven's sakes. I'm simply saying she took no pleasure whatsoever in keeping it from you. I mean,
Come on,
the
Catherine.
woman
Lauren should have
agonized
come
over
to
it.
me the moment she found out that Isabella was carrying my child. Instead, what does she do? She keeps it a secret for months.
What, have you talked to Lauren?
No, I haven't. I have nothing to say to her.
Oh,
I
really?
have other things on my mind.
Uh-huh. At the moment, do you have more pressing matters?
Yeah, like maybe finding out if this baby really is mine.
Do you think Isabella's lying?
Well, I don't know what to think. I only have her word to go on.
Well, that's not exactly a reliable source then, is it?
She would say anything. First, Michael Baldwin was the father, then me. For all I know, next week, some other poor chump will be daddy number 3.
So how did you leave things with Paul?
I asked him if he was going to let me live my life or make it difficult.
And what did he say?
Nothing. He walked out.
He'll get back to you.
And how do you know that?
Because I know Paul. And he doesn't run from a tough situation.
Well, he's never been faced with a child he didn't know was on the way by a woman he no longer cares about.
You'll get your answer. May not be the one that you want, but you'll get one. So in the meantime, I wouldn't leave town.
Oh, thanks for the tip.
So what are you planning to do now?
You really expect me to tell you that? Well, forget it. I've confided in you for the last time.
Okay. So I guess we have nothing left to say to one another.
Oh, but we do. I still haven't expressed my gratitude. You may have grown a conscience where Paul is concerned, but what about my child? I was going to move to a new town and give my son or daughter a good life. But that is out the window thanks to you, Lauren.
Oh, Lord. That was a spectacular journey, don't you agree?
Oh my gosh, it was breathtaking.
The sunset, the wide open spaces stretching for miles. Is Kenya not all I've said and more?
My God, I have to tell you, I've never seen a place quite so beautiful.
You miss so much scenery. Now that Mr. Winters here would have noticed if we've been surrounded by a herd of elephants.
Well, Mr. Kagumo, it's just that we're accustomed to a little bit more sleep than we've gotten lately, and my baby's just tired.
I think you'll be pleased when you wake up and view your surroundings.
Oh my gosh, we are out in the middle of nowhere, aren't we?
Don't worry, it's perfectly safe. There's a barrier around the camp to keep the wild things out.
If you say so.
Listen, Mr. Kagumo, look, I really want to hear all about this place, but for right now, would you mind?
Oh, but of course. I'll let you rest. We've got a big day tomorrow.
Yes, we do. Thank you. Thank you. Good night. Good night. Oh, gosh, my poor baby. You are dead on your feet. I mean, Mr. Kagumo was right. I mean, we really do need to get some rest. I was just too excited to even know what was going on. You know what, baby, let me...
Who said anything about trying to get some sleep?
You're not serious. Michael's not your child's father?
No.
Does he know that?
Yes, and he's furious that I lied to him.
Can you blame him?
I'm just worried about what he's gonna do.
Like what?
Well, he threatened to sue me for taking money from him under false pretenses.
Oh, relax. That's an idle threat. Michael's not that petty. Besides, he'd want to avoid the publicity at all costs, trust me.
You must think I'm a terrible person.
Hey, I'm the last person to throw stones. Especially in that area. I don't think what you did was so horrible.
You don't?
No. A woman in your predicament, alone and pregnant, no means of support, you have to survive. What you did was perfectly understandable.
You're right. I was so desperate.
But if you went to Michael for support, you obviously don't want anything to do with the real father.
Right, but not in the way that you mean.
No?
No. What's the point of chasing after him? It was a brief fling, nothing more.
Let me ask you something. Do you think Isabella had some other motive for sharing this very personal news?
I doubt it.
She was just desperate to talk to someone.
And so she just happened to choose you?
She was at the end of her rope. I'm sure if she'd been in control of her emotions, I would have been the last person she would have told.
So what else did she say?
Nothing much. Except for the fact that she was leaving town. And I insisted that she stayed, and I urged her to talk to you.
But then you let it drop.
Well, this is the short version of the story. I began to think that it was best.
Did I not know about my own child?
Not telling you was a mistake, and I'm sorry.
Well, it sounds like you believe that she's telling the truth.
You doubt it?
Why shouldn't I? She sold Michael Baldwin a bill of goods. Now, he may be a lot of things, but gullible is not one of them.
If you're hoping that I could give you reason to believe that that child isn't yours, I can't do that.
You know, Lauren, I don't know what I want to hear right now. I do know that I've been thinking a lot while I've been away, and... You know, my life has been a nightmare this past year. First, my marriage to Chris falls apart, and then I cut myself off from my family and my friends.
When Isabella came into your life.
I knew I was falling in love with her. I resisted.
Of course, because you were still tied to Christine.
And Isabella knew that. I was in denial. Then you come back into town. And you know, I handled that the very same way. I kept my guard up. God knows what would have happened if I wasn't busy licking my wounds.
Well, the important thing is that you're working through this now. It's about time, don't you think?
Yeah, it's past time.
So now that you've thought all this through, where are you headed?
Well, that depends. There is the matter of a child.
Changes everything, doesn't it?
Damn right it does. I've got to change with it.
For me?
For you.
Thank you.
So where are we having dinner?
Oh, well, I made a reservation at Gina's, but that was before I knew about our impromptu anniversary celebration. So I could call the Culinarium if you want me to.
Whatever you want, baby. Although, down home Italian does sound good to me.
Me too.
What are you thinking?
How lucky we are. When I think of everything that's right in our lives. Oh. What's the matter? Did I say something wrong?
Listen, I don't want to bring you down. In fact, I don't want to bring either of us down.
Yeah. I know what you're thinking about. You're worried about Colleen.
Yeah. Listen, I'm trying to stand back and let your dad handle things. I guess that's the right thing to do.
Well, so far, so good. From everything I hear, she's adjusting to her new school.
That's just it. From what we hear.
You miss being closer to her.
Of course I do.
Yeah.
She's my own daughter. Now she's living back here in town, and I don't know. I just think back to last summer and the bridges we were building. I'd just like to get that back.
Just wish you had more of a relationship with her, honey. That's natural.
Yeah. I do realize there are problems that exist, the divided loyalties, all of that.
I understand that this is really hard for you, but for whatever reasons, Colleen is content with my father right now. She is doing all right in school, and she is making new friends.
Mm-hmm.
It's all good.
So you're saying we shouldn't tamper with it?
I think now is a time when, you know, leaving well enough alone is good advice to take. We get to see Colleen, right? We're encouraging her relationship with Abby, and the rest will follow.
I hope so. Because then my life will be even more perfect.
Hey, Colleen.
Hey.
Bet you're wondering if you'd ever hear from me again.
Whatever.
Wait a second. Where's the fire? Are you still interested? What's going on? Oh, I was just making sure she got lots of pictures of me in the yearbook. Colleen, can I talk to you for a second?
Sure.
Later, kid. I thought I told you to stay away from that guy.
We were just talking, Millie.
And well, next time you brush him off, you walk away. Look, I'm only doing this for your own good.
I know.
All right. Come on, let's get back to work.
It's more than 2 incidents, Sharon.
All right, fine. Go ahead. Tell me.
You don't give a damn about how our problems are affecting Noah and Cassie.
What are you talking about?
On more than one occasion, you have put Cassie right into the middle of things.
Oh, you think that was all my doing? And what, you're the perfect father who's never done anything wrong?
I didn't say that.
But you don't think you've contributed to the tension, do you? Now everything's beginning to make sense to me.
What do you mean?
Is this the kind of thing that you've been filling Cassie's head with? Is that why she's been acting like this toward me? You're letting her think that everything is
you
my
hold on
fault.
a second. I've not said one negative thing about you to her, not one.
Then why is she acting like this?
I don't know, Sharon. Maybe she's finally starting to see things on her own the way I am.
Meaning what?
You are letting your anger at me block everything else out, including the kids' feelings.
How can you say that, Nicholas? How dare you?
So you talking to Colleen?
Yeah.
Still not sure about her, huh?
She's like hard to read, you know?
Maybe she's just jerking your chain.
She better not be.
Or you'll teach her a lesson, right?
Might be a kick. Bringing down one of the rich and powerful habits.
Think you're up to it?
Watch me.
No. No, no, no. I'm not gonna go down this road again with you.
Isabella. Isabella, look into my eyes. I'm telling you, it's different. It's different now.
How can you be sure?
You have to ask.
Because of the child.
The child makes a difference. It makes all the difference. But I also want a relationship with you.
Oh, don't you see that we can't use the baby as a basis for a relationship between the two of us because it just won't work?
You don't want a future with me?
Of course I do. I've wanted you, Paul. I've never stopped wanting you. But I'm just scared.
Of what?
That you don't mean this. Or that you mean it and it won't last.
Isabella. I would never lie to you.
I know that. But it wasn't long ago that you said we had no future together.
No, I remember, but that wasn't for a lack of feelings. It was a lack of closure in my relationship with Chris. That... Look, I know you're scared, okay? This child has knocked me off the fence. I mean, I don't care what you call it, a fate, a sign, whatever. It's just the way it is. That's what it took.
I don't know what you want me to say.
I want you to look in your heart. And I want you to come to me with an answer that you'll give us another chance. Can you do that?
You don't know how long I waited for you to say those words. But now that you have, I can't believe it.
Believe it. I want you to believe it. For all our sakes.
There are 1,000 reasons why I shouldn't.
And there are 1,001 why you should.
I don't know why I didn't see this before.
See what?
Why Ryan did what he did. Choosing me to look after you.
He chose you because you're his best friend.
Yeah, right. No, it was much more than that.
What are you talking about?
Ryan was thinking about our relationship. Vicky, yours and mine. Our history together.
What?
I know, I didn't get it either. Until now. But now it makes all the sense in the world.
What makes sense?
Vicky, Ryan wanted me to be there for you. In every way. To be there for you. In his place. Don't you see? That's why he wanted me to take care of you. Don't you see that this is the way that he wanted it to be?
I have to go.
No, Vicky, no, don't, please.
It's late, and I
Vicky,
should just go.
I trust I'm not interrupting.
Diane, what brings you here?
I think that's obvious.
You should not be coming to this office.
I was expecting to hear from you today.
I've been kind of busy.
Too busy to pick up the phone, let me know what's going on?
I just don't have time for this right now.
We'll make time.
Excuse me?
I had all sorts of reasons to leave this godforsaken town, but you convinced me to stay. Told me you'd help me find out what Nikki's really up to.
I will help you.
When? Tomorrow? The day after? Next month? I assumed you'd make this your first priority. Obviously, you haven't. Maybe I should just take my son, get on a plane, and head back to Italy tonight.
Whoa. Just wait a minute. Wait.
That's what I've been doing all day.
I know you're anxious. I've already told you before, though, I can't move on this as fast as I want to.
Oh, please. If you're going to tell me again how hard it's going to be getting information
Diane, I
out
have
of
to
Nikki...
be cautious with Nikki, or this isn't going to work.
What, so I should just sit tight and give you your space?
I know that's not what you want to hear, right?
No, it's not. This whole thing is stressing me out. Which is exactly how it's been ever since Nikki showed up in Milan. You know what? I don't know how much more I can take.
Look, I'm going to help you in every way I can as soon as I can. In a couple of days, we'll probably have some answers. In the meantime, you cannot come barging into this building. This is where Nikki works now. If she finds out about this, the whole thing blows up. Not to mention, if our little arrangement becomes general knowledge,
I know. It wouldn't be good for you.
given what the people in your life think of me. Fine, I'll go.
Hey, hi, how's my sexy husband?
Hey, what's going on? It looks like you've seen a ghost.